So in this video, I'm gonna just get straight to the point and talk about prop firms and also talk about brokers and talk about what should we be doing moving forward based off a very tragic situation that had happened in the Forex community. Once again, if you don't know who I am, I go by Solo E. I talk about Forex, day trading, scalping, and so much more. So if you guys aren't tuned into my videos, especially my live streams, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you guys want a free book, comment down below and say, E, I would love to get your free ebook on scalping, and I would definitely give it to you guys. But let's get straight to it. So I'm gonna pop up here. You guys basically probably already heard and seen it in multiple videos of what had happened with one of the biggest prop firms out right now, which is called Mind Forex Funds. Now this situation is very tragic, and I'm very sure it scared a lot of you guys as far as investing into prop firms. Yes, basically what happened with my Forex funds is pretty tragic, meaning that they're no longer able to do business temporary. This isn't just because of it being a prop firm, right? It's a lot of other illegal things that was going on inside of the actual firm itself. One big thing happened is they created a software to basically stop people from passing challenges, right? So this is actually something I talk about a lot in my live streams, where I tell people that the reason why I do not put a stop loss in while I'm trading, if I'm physically in the screen trading, is because they do have capability to maneuver your stop losses, maneuver your leverage in a way, and so forth, right? And I know this, and it's crazy that we're now seeing this, because this is something that I've been preaching from the get-go about brokers and prop firms, right? So that is one. Number two is they just been doing a lot of things that's been going against the laws, or let me say regulations and so forth. Another big thing about this particular prop firm, and why you guys feel like why FTMO isn't going down, why wasn't my Forex funds, is they were registered in Canada and also USA. And being registered in these countries requires a lot of legal documents, license, and having everything frontier as far as A1, and they wasn't operating that at all. See, one thing I talk about is if you have, or if you are invested into a prop firm, it's very important to know the back end of what this prop firm is about. Being in the States, and I don't know Canada laws like that, but being in the States is very difficult to start a, let's just say a financial institution when you are a minority that's trying to get into the entrepreneurship industry. And what this basically means is, for somebody like us, we're coming in, we want to start our own brokerage or our own prop firm, and when we want to do it in the States, it requires, for one, a lot of capital to have, meaning like you need to, I believe, at least 20 million in the States to at least start a financial institution. You need this capital, right? And what happens, well, basically what's happening right now is that the States is catching on to it. They're realizing a lot of these prop firms that is registered in the States, they don't have that capital at all. They're just coming in here and saying, oh, this is what we can guarantee you. If you pass, you get this amount. In reality, it's not really that amount in paper. So that's basically what's going on. Now, that being said, should you stop investing to prop firms? Absolutely not. Like I said, what it could be is, like, the reason why FTMO is still FTMO and they're not going to go down in my predicament is because they got their ish together, for one. Two, they're established in a whole different country than the States or Canada, right? So the laws and regulations there is completely different. So when you are dealing with the FTMO account, one thing that may happen later down the road, maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years from now, is that, I don't know if you guys remember Binance or know what Binance is, but Binance is a cryptocurrency exchange. Once upon a time, all USA clients was able to register at Binance.com, right? Now, once we started getting hit with all these regulations, now we have to start paying taxes on crypto. They had to part away and create a whole separate entity just for the States, and that is called us.binance.com, right? So that could be the exact same thing that can happen for us in the States, where if we get into prop firms or get into different things, it could be, let's say FTMO, right? It could be a situation where they would be like, you States will come at FTMO and say, hey, we see you're doing business in our country. In order to do business in our country, we need you to get this license, have this amount, have this, have this, have this. FTMO have the ability to say, well, we can continue to do that, or no. And if they, let's say they don't, then that basically means we no longer accept USA clients or no longer accept Canada clients. Unfortunately, we can't move forth with you guys. Or it could be a situation where they'll be like, we do accept USA clients, but since you are in the USA, you got to do a little bit more. You got to give us more paperwork, or you got to follow these rules based off what the state said in order for you to be a part of FTMO. that's honestly where I'm feeling like this is going to be leading to, especially for those big prop firms out right now, top 5 prop firms. Like I said, if you have a business registered in the States and you're not operating right, then yes, they will come for you, because this is pretty much like, let's just say, like the frontier of what we can predict later down the road for prop firms registered in countries that's super regulated, like the States, Canada, and so forth. That being said, if you are tapped in with a broker, I 100% just say continue to put your money in with brokers. You know, they've been tapped in from day one and you have no problems. This is why I still trade with my broker, iSpringFX, and this is why I still use Funder Pro, because their Funder Pro is tapped into a whole different country in Europe, right? So that being said, you just gotta really pay attention to the back end now when it comes to a lot of these prop firms, because it's pretty, you know, it's pretty relevant now for prop firms to come and pop up out the blue now. And now, since this happened, it's probably going to scare a lot of people from doing that, and probably put a lot of these prop firm CEOs and owners in that is least registered in a restrict country that requires a lot of regulations, like the States, like Canada, to really be on their P's and Q's as far as legal documents got to be right. Everything's got to be right. And if it is, then you good. If it ain't, then that's a problem. Yes, guys, once again, you can still sign up with Funder Pro. There, like I said, this Funder Pro has nothing to do with what's going on with my Forex funds. None of that, guys. Y'all just got to keep in mind, just because you see somebody business is shutting down, that doesn't mean all other businesses shutting down, right? Just keep that in mind. They did something shady. That doesn't mean every other business is doing the shady things. Still getting payouts with Funder Pro. I'm still tapped in with iSpringFX. Still nothing going on with that. We're still A1. But other than that, guys, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want more content like this. And then once again, if you want that free ebook, comment down below. And your boy Solo, I'm out. Peace.